I know about 6 Years Too Late, but I just watched Blood Diamond. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. This video is not about Leonardo DiCaprio, but he was awesome. You're supposed to hate him in the beginning. This isn't a spoiler. He's a diamond smuggler, and all he cares about is himself and making money, basically. So he's not a great human being, but I just love him anyway, so yeah. Also, I have no idea if his accent is at all accurate, but that helped as well with me liking him in the movie. Anyway, Blood Diamond takes place in Africa, in Sierra Leone, during the Civil War there in the late 90s. It's about a diamond smuggler and the local he meets who had been enslaved by the rebels and forced to mine for diamonds. So not only do you need about 2 hours to watch the movie itself, but you also need time after to decompress. It was... I don't really have words to describe it. It's pretty heavy. Living in the US, it's hard to comprehend that a place like Sierra Leone exists. It's like two different worlds. And I know that's a cliche, but think about what it means. The world as I see it today is probably similar as the way many people in Western countries see the world. There was prehistoric times, the Middle Ages, then people started getting science and medical stuff, and advances and technology started coming about. A lot of revolutions where people fought for freedom. There were more freedoms, women's rights, civil rights movements. And now we're up to today, where most of us can hope to at least finish high school and many advance to higher education. We're surrounded by technological advances, from smartphones to light bulbs. And we tend to think that the rest of the world is right there with us. But they're not. They're really, really not. There are far too many places out there that are still living in the past. Places like Sierra Leone in the movie, and probably many other places in Africa. I'll admit I don't know much about Africa, but judging from the movie, even if it was set in the late 90s, I can't imagine much has changed since then, and there are still large parts of the world that are lacking modern advances like freedom and democracy. Places like North Korea, China, large parts of the Middle East. These are all places that are still living in what we think of as history. Two books that come to mind right now that are set in these far-flung places, far-flung for me, not for the people living there, but anyway. Escape from Camp 14, excellent book about North Korea, and My Two Chinas, about China. Both recommended books to give you an idea of what life is like outside Western society. So after finishing Blood Diamond, the movie stopped, and I looked around my room, and I was feeling guilty. There were these weird feelings. You just watch these people who are starving and escaping from rebels and living in hovels. And you think about all the money you spend on things that aren't necessities. That isn't the food and clothing you need to sustain you, but, the extra boots that you don't need. Not that I buy tons of extra boots, but you get the point. And you start feeling guilty. And I started feeling guilty about all these purchases and just living in such a place where people buy things on a whim. And I started thinking that it's bad, but then I corrected myself, and it's not bad, it's where we're heading, and it's where everyone should be heading. Now, I'm not advocating wasting your money and buying stupid stuff. Be smart with your money and with everything in life. Don't be stupid, but it's not about making our lives less. It's about trying to bring everyone into the present. That we should all be in history's timeline, and we should all be along at the point where it's freedom and democracy for all. And go splurge on that item you had your eye on for a while. It's okay. It's okay. We just gotta get more people to spend money on things they don't need. That's where we're headed. That's exactly where we have to go. Leonardo DiCaprio. By any chance. By at all. It's not by a far chance, by a fat chance. It's pretty heavy for a movie. No. And, buy an extra pair of shoes because you want to. I'm gonna stop making shoe references though. And we tend to think, I'm doing a video. Thank you.